Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Flix and Giggles. I am DJ Keo.
And I am Basil Barrington, and we are back with another film review. Today, we are going to take a look at War Machine. This is on Netflix. Right now, IMDb gave this a 6.5, not to be confused with the War Machine or the War movie that Netflix bought from Brad Pitt back in 2016, 2015.
That's right. It's another War Machine movie.
Right, exactly.
Or
You
there's
know
a
what I'm
couple of them.
saying? It's a
Yeah.
couple of them and whatnot. But this joint here is with Alan Richmond, from Reacher. Joe, dude, he is huge.
That's a big dude, man.
You saw him in the
That
pool. I
guy is
was like,
cornbread fed, man.
he's got to be like what, 6'5", 6'6", like 260?
Yeah, I think he's like 6'5", something like that, 6'4" or 5.
Wow.
He's a
I'm
big
like,
dude.
yo, let me ask you this here before we get into this here. So I was just thinking about like way back in the day, I used to work at Planet Hollywood, right? And then like it was here in DC. Then I also worked at the one, I did a little work at the one in New York. And when we did the grand opening and at the one in DC, Arnold
Mhm.
Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, and Sylvester Stallone, they came walking down the street. People were cheering and everything. At that time, these were the biggest, the baddest action movie heroes, period, right?
Yeah.
We don't have that now, but I've been watching a few movies with Alan Richmond, and I'm like, yo, he could be an action movie hero, huh?
He's got the size and the build for it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He's got the pro too. I think as an actor, he's okay. Like, he's,
Hmm.
he's fine as an
Yeah.
actor. But, like, for action, like, I was just watching True Lies with Arnold in it. That came out like 1990 something,
Yeah. That
92 or
was a
something like
dope
that, a long
movie.
time ago.
Hmm.
And I'm like, yo, being an action hero, your acting chops was irrelevant. Could you say the one
Totally.
line?
Totally.
He's
Yeah.
like, you are fired." He shot
Hmm.
the missile. I'm like, yo, this is terrible acting, but yo, this movie's so good. It bangs because he looks like he could do this.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference. Like, a lot of the action stuff that's going on today, the actors, they're not trying to go to the gym. Like, what's his name? Downey Jr. He's supposed to be Iron Man or whatever. He ain't got no abs. He ain't
No.
lifting nothing.
No.
He came in there like
They gave
he's
him. They
five
gave him.
feet
They put the
tall.
muscle suit on him, dude. I'm like, yo.
Right. There he was just like, "Yo, give me my latte and let's get this thing over with. Let's go." Like,
Yeah. Hmm.
you're not trying to do nothing behind the scenes. And I saw this good, the dude that plays Luke Cage, what's his name?
Oh yeah,
Brad,
dude. He's diesel as anything.
he's a big dude, man. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, like that you have to look it. Like, you have to look the part.
Right.
Whereas Iron Man, you just put your suit on and they do the green screen thing, call it a day. Like, I don't think it
Right.
matters.
Exactly.
But somebody like for this, like he looks the part like as an action hero star. Like
Yeah.
he looks like this guy could do some damage.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think for sure he could for this stuff, for the current thing that we
Hmm.
got going on, he could definitely do it.
Yeah.
And people were talking about him playing Batman too. I don't know about that. That's a reach. But like he could
Batman. Yeah. I don't know.
Batman, I don't know. Like, you
Yeah.
need the acting chops to play Batman, all right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I like he's good, man. Like as far as this movie goes, it was great. Action was great. He
Yeah.
did his part. Did
You
his
want to
thing.
give a brief overview and then we can get into it?
So basically, this guy, he's a soldier.
Mhm.
I guess he was in Iraq or one of these places. And
Afghanistan. Mhm.
Afghanistan. Okay, there you
Mhm.
go. And his brother gets killed, and he made a promise to his brother he's gonna be a ranger. So he tries out for the ranger thing like 4 times.
Yeah.
This is the last time he could do for his age, so like he's got to get through it. And basically, while he's doing his last final training to be a ranger, aliens come to Earth, and stuff pops off. So that's the premise of the thing. Aliens come to Earth, and he kills one of the aliens with his bare hands. It's pretty good. Action was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's your movie.
I always say this, we watch all of these movies and film and
Mhm.
series where, Earth is being invaded by another planet, right? Something
Yeah, yeah,
more far superior than what America has outside of its nukes, that's the only thing it really has, right? Um,
yeah, yeah.
and I always say, I am so tired of watching these, Earth is being invaded by another planet movies where the invaders are just big mechanical roaches, right?
I listen, I had a question about this, all right?
Mhm.
That the robot that comes down to Earth or wherever that thing is,
Mhm.
it looks like humans made that. That looks like our technology 40 years from now and not something from an alien species. It looks exactly like a sports car, like a Lamborghini or something like that with
Mhm.
legs. That's what
Yeah.
it looks like, and with some rocket launchers on the back of it. It doesn't look alien. It
Yeah.
looks the whole time I was watching that, I'm like, you never see what's in it. You never see what the thing looks like. The aliens look like. You just see this thing come down.
Mhm.
So either it's remote controlled or there's actually aliens inside of it.
I think
Whatever it is,
I think it was a machine with AI. I think it was just AI
yeah, yeah.
controlling the whole
It
thing.
definitely is getting it gets the feeling of AI, but, like, what
Mhm.
I'm saying is it didn't look alien. It
Yeah.
looked like something future tech
Mhm.
from humans. That's what it looks like. And if
And
they went that route in a sequel, I'm here for it. Like,
yeah,
absolutely.
because apparently, hundreds, another wave is coming. But I
Yeah, yeah.
really like that about the movie that, the invaders were not mechanical roaches. They actually look like something from like Star Wars or Warhammer or something like that. You know what I'm
It
saying?
just looks like future human tech. That's what
Yeah,
it looks like.
exactly. So I really like that. I'm like, we have to get away from like aliens being mechanical roaches. So I really like that.
Mhm.
So I'm watching this film and I'm like, I guess the first 45 minutes to an hour, it was just a story. You know what I'm saying? Right?
It's building up the
Yeah.
story so you
But it
get the
was a
acting
good
chops
build
in.
up though. I was like, you know what?
Yeah,
This
I wasn't
build
mad
up is
about
pretty
it.
good. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I was looking at my watch like, "Where's the aliens? Hurry up, man." Like, I was like, "Oh, this is good." Like, I was wondering how far they're gonna go, like, where they're
Mhm.
gonna go with it, but yeah, no, it's good. I liked it.
So is this so visually, I look great visually. So is that the Netflix patina right there?
Yeah. Oh, 100%, yeah.
Okay, that looked great, dude. I'm telling you, like the only thing is okay, so when they were like when the like in Afghanistan when his brother convoy was being attacked, those
Mhm.
sort of explosions look kind of, they look kind of like,
It was
little
regular.
bubble
It was
gum, you know what I'm
regular.
saying? For real.
Yeah, but, like, whenever they go to countries like that, everything looks orange, like,
Yeah.
very orange.
Right. Orange, like, the desert, the whole nine, the mountains,
Yeah.
you know. So again, I'm watching this movie and I'm like, yo, this is pretty good right here. Again, I love the invaders that look like, something totally, like not from Earth. Um,
Mhm.
and here's the thing, right? So I don't know if well, they obviously didn't know because the soldiers when they were doing like the death march or the death whatever it's called, right?
Mhm.
They were all given like fake, ammunitions, which is like, dude, they're out there with like,
That sucks, man, that
dude,
sucks.
I'm like, that is
I laughed
crazy.
so hard because Alan, he said, it's like, "Put that crap down. What are we gonna do with
It's
it?"
like, put your gun
The
down.
guy's
Like,
like this
it's
guy's
got
holding
the,
the we need the rifle. Like, this
it's,
like, what are we gonna do
it's
with
got the
this?
yellow thing like right at the
Yeah, I
tip of
know,
the,
it
the
tells you
nozzle, which means like it's shooting like, blanks and whatnot. You know what I'm
yeah, yeah.
saying?
I cracked me up so hard. He's like, "What are you doing with that?" He's like, "Hold on, let me get my rifle." He's like, "What are we doing with this? Throw this thing down." That was funny. I listen. I like the action stuff. And you know what's funny? Like the army stuff. They had permission from the actual army, the Rangers,
Mhm.
because you can clearly see like this. They're incorporating stuff that looks like this is official. It didn't look like, "Oh, this is what we think the Rangers look like." They had permission to be there,
I
and
think
the former Rangers were in the movie helping them.
Yeah, I think yeah, because like, when they were running to the helicopters, you saw this like the pilot, he was like a little older person with like gray hair. I was like, that's not a dub. That's not like
Yeah, yeah, that guy's not an actor, man.
that guy works for the military, you
He
know what
knows
I'm
what to
saying?
say, yo.
For
He
real.
knows exactly what to do.
So you think there was some realism to it. I'm not quite sure if that was the Ranger base right there in Colorado, but yo, if it was, I mean, they completely fooled me.
Yeah, I don't know if they let them in the base, but I know
Mhm.
for certain that they got permission, so
Mhm.
that, with the help with the helicopters and
Yeah.
had actors there that were former Rangers or
Mhm.
current Rangers that were there. They
Yeah.
had they had help.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that it means like it adds to the whole visual thing of it to make it look realistic.
Mhm.
and gives you the impression. Like, the commanders, they're actors. I know who they are,
Mhm.
but like everybody else around them seems to be like, oh, those are real soldiers or
Yeah,
whatever.
military, you know
They're
what I'm
holding
saying?
they're holding their gun a certain way, not like an
For
actor would
real.
hold it or whatever. It's like that
So
kind of feel to it. It made it feel better, man, when you're watching.
okay, so this movie was about an hour and 50 minutes. And again, about 45
Yeah, it
minutes
was
was
that
all about the ranger training, right? And again,
mhm,
you would think that the real meat and potatoes of the movie came like when the alien like dropped down, but they knew
mhm.
something was going on because there was an asteroid like circling Earth, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
well, the beginning of half of the movie, they're giving you so many clues that something's about to pop off.
right, exactly.
Something's happening. Because every
You
time,
know,
like, when it was the 81, so that's Alan's character, he
mhm.
had to go meet the commanders, and he's sitting down watching the TV, and
Right,
TV's telling you to
exactly.
break him off, and the thing's flying in the normal light. Like, I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
So I was watching that from the beginning. Well, I saw the trailer, so I knew what it was gonna be about. But, like, I'm watching at the beginning, there's so many little clips like that that gives you clues that, something's about to pop off on the last day,
Mhm.
and you don't know when. The only thing that was interesting to me is I didn't realize that they were in all the cities. I thought it was just this one here. I thought
No,
I got the impression that, like, this one
it's
fell out of the
Rogue.
sky
Yeah.
and it was Rogue or something like that, and that was it. But, like, no, it's everywhere.
It's
This thing was
over
popping off everywhere, yeah.
it's over the entire Earth, the planet, and the
Yeah.
second wave is coming, dude.
That
So
that kinda excited me. I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
okay, you
that
gotta
that
make
kind of
more.
excited me
You
too.
gotta make
Yeah.
more," yeah.
Mhm.
The way they did that, I was like, "I need to see this. I wanna see
Yeah.
the invasion."
So they went through, they did the whole training, and then the last part of their training was to, do this mission. And that's where everything started to kick off. The pacing of this film was
Mhm.
pretty good. It was just like,
Yeah,
okay, we know what happened in Afghanistan, and you got you got a little stuff going on in the head, but you're out of the army, but you kept trying to become a ranger 4 times, and then the fifth time people know about you, so they all
mhm.
went through, and so now that they had to do this last mission when an alien appeared, and the way the alien was straight killing people, right?
That thing is slice it and chop it up, man.
Dude, the technology that this fool had, this alien had, it had like, first of all, the laser guns, whatever, it could scan you. I don't know what it was
Yeah,
doing. It was scooping you up or whatever, right? And then it had the joint that came up and then it shot all these like,
yeah, the balls,
grenades.
the rocket launcher balls,
Yeah,
that
for
was
real. I
crazy.
was like, and then there was one time when it shot up and it shot like probably 100 balls all at once, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just like, movies like this, definitely these new type of war movies, they're really
Mhm.
fascinating to me because if you look at this here, like if there's an invading force from a different planet, right? From a different
Yeah.
just other world, off world, right? If you really look at this, we are still using the same old tech. The most
Basically using
powerful
rockets
thing
muskets, man.
the
Like
most powerful thing in the world on earth when it comes to like the military are nuclear
nuke.
weapons. That's it.
That's it.
So think about this here. An alien comes down, it's in your city, and you're gonna, shoot it with a nuclear missile, right? And then, what's that, like a 5 mile radius? Everyone's gonna get like
It's
radiation in the whole
well,
nine?
'cause they don't have because they have nuclear missiles that got to hit you with the radiation and other ones that just wreck your shop, but
Yeah.
doesn't have the radiation thing to it.
Hmm.
It depends what they shoot, but, like, yeah, yes, there's an area gonna be wrecked, right?
Hmm.
Your city's done for.
Right.
Gonna build it back 50 years from now, like,
It
it's
was
gonna be
like that.
wrecked.
What was the name of that movie with Will Smith? And there was an alien force, and
Independence Day?
yeah, yeah. So they kept hitting it with, they were like, okay, nuclear missiles. They thought they were so big and bad. And then they shot all these nuclear missiles
It
out.
that
And it was just like, no, no,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's a
They had to
great
be
movie.
innovative. They were like, yo, we have to hack the
Mhm.
machine, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
you're seeing right now. And that's what I mean, like how these movies, just the Americans are using the same tech, right?
Mm.
And if you just look at what's going on in the world, you have drone warfare and like, cyber, warfare and all this other stuff. Yo, I don't think people produce movies like this.
Mhm.
And I mean, we're not the only planet out there with like, life,
Oh, I 100% agree with
you
that.
know?
100%. The
Eh,
question is, can they get here? That's the question.
it
I
depends on
think
their
the
tech.
yeah, yeah, because
Mhm,
everything's thousands, millions of light years away, so they would have to leave like thousands of years ago, hundreds of millions of years ago to get here today.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because everything's so far in time, unless you have warp and you can fold space or whatever like that. Like
Yeah,
things take millions of years to get across the galaxy.
for real.
So that I think that factor really is time. I don't think anything near us that can make life. I don't think there's anything near us that has life. But
Mhm.
as far as the galaxy goes, I'm pretty sure there's planets next to each other that got like life,
Yeah, yeah,
life as we know it. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure our
When
area is bare.
Yeah, when I kept seeing the I kept looking at the machine and I'm like, oh, this joint has a lot of tech. But I was waiting for it to like run, and when it started running, I was like, oh, this thing can run pretty fast when it was
Yeah,
running
yeah,
after,
it's
the the
good.
military vehicle. And I was like, wow. And I
Mhm,
was dude, the way his whole crew got
mhm.
switched up. I mean,
When it was shooting through the vehicle, I was like,
I
"Damn."
mean, dude, oh
Yeah,
boy, his
those
arm
like
came off, or
cannonballs.
like half the body came off. I mean,
Yeah,
people were
it was
burnt
like shooting
up.
cannonballs. It was bad. It was very bad.
But you know what? The other thing was, so when they were shooting regular bullets, right, although
Mhm.
big, right, it was
Yeah.
affecting the machine. The machine was like, oh, and it was just like, oh, and like even when the rocks fell on the machine, you can see how like half, like it's one half
Well,
was
that's the
like kind
thing.
of shredded up.
The only thing that destroyed it was the rocks, right?
Well, the rocks, like, remember when he shot the mountain and the rocks came landed on
Yeah,
it.
that's the thing that wrecked half the arm of the
Right,
robot was the rock.
exactly. And
So, like,
then
it's
in
it's
the
you need slingshots of rocks or whatever.
and
That's
then
it.
in the end, rocks destroyed it too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Once he
'cause
figured
you
out,
noticed it was venting.
yeah. So I mean, like, okay, so like, I don't know, like, if I would have thought of that. Like, I mean, I'm seeing some like, exhaust come out the top and everything else. I don't know if I would have
Yeah.
like immediately said, oh, it's
I
venting.
It would take me a couple days before I was like,
Right.
"Oh, that's venting."
Yeah,
Like, I'd
exactly.
survive for a week before, like, "Oh, yeah, that's venting."
you
I
know,
don't know enough about cars, man, because he was an engineer, so, like,
yeah,
he would know stuff like that, which
right.
I appreciate they made it clear that, "No, this guy's an engineer. He's a big dude, but he's an engineer."
Yeah.
So he would see something like that. That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, so I mean, his whole squadron, all these troops
Everybody,
who were trying to become rangers, the only
mhm.
people survived was 81 and 7. And 7 was disabled, basically.
Bro, he was useless. Basically, he was useless the whole movie.
Mhm.
He did nothing. I
This
mean,
is a
he talked to him. That was helpful, but he did not help at all. He
I
was
am
out of
gonna
commission.
I am gonna call this movie, this was a DEI movie. They had everything in here. You know what I'm saying? They had blacks, they had whites, they had women, they had Latinos, the whole nine. There was like
Yeah,
brotherhood
everybody.
between, they had everyone in here. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
But and so how the joint was, how it ran through the water too, and then oh boy, like, was when he had to cut the rope off when he was underwater. I mean, dude, it
That's
was some really sick scenes
there's
in
some
this
good.
joint,
Yeah,
man.
there's
I
decent
mean,
action. It was pretty good.
the you think like when they were like on the water, you think that was like, I mean, pretty real?
They had to be near something. Like
Yeah.
I don't.
Mhm.
Probably some of the underwater stuff, they filmed that in the studio somewhere, but,
Yeah.
like, the above water, it
Mhm.
looked real, man. It looked like they were in Colorado somewhere.
Mhm.
Hey, Colorado's a crazy place, man. You got mountains and snow next to grass,
Yeah.
and it's warm, like, it
you
don't make
know,
any sense.
and
That
you
place
have
don't make any sense.
altitude, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
another thing, it's high up in the sky, man,
yeah, for real.
on top of a mountaintop.
You know what I'm saying? I guess the only thing, I always have to look at a film and I always have to say, okay, did anything appear like just not believable, right? Um,
Mhm.
I would say that when they fell off the waterfall,
All those people were dead. When they
yeah,
fell off the mountain, all those people were dead, man.
right. I mean,
They
oh,
got hurt.
dude, when they fell
They
off the mountain, people were like, you saw old boy got that joint like poked in
Yeah,
his.
he
I
got
was like, come on. I mean, you're falling down a mountain, you're rolling down a mountain
Mhm.
and you're split by a boulder. Your back is done.
You're
You're
done for.
done.
You're done for.
You're
You're done.
done.
You know what? Okay, we gotta talk about that mountain thing. That irritated me so much.
Really
You
why?
have this thing
Mhm,
that's killing everybody with
mhm,
shotgun blasts and lasers,
mhm.
and it shoots something at you, and then what you guys do? You look down and like, "What's this?" Like, run, man! What are you doing?
Mhm.
Why would you okay, first thing, I would've kicked it off the mountain. That's the first thing. I would have not just sat there. I would have pushed it off the mountain first and then climbed down the mountain after the thing blows up. I would have just stood there and looked. You had like 5 seconds that you had time to move away or do something.
Mhm.
And they just looked at it. I'm like, you idiots, man.
And
You
then
had enough second to throw it off the cliff
yeah,
easily.
and then when 15 went to go back to, the demo to get, like, some bullets, you know,
That's
and then
another thing, bro.
he got shot, and
Useless.
then all the bullets, like, basically fell into 81's hands. He was
That
like,
was
"Oh,
crazy,
thank
man.
you," you know?
He blew up the thing and just launched it into the truck.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, it was,
that's
again,
crazy.
man, this is, there was, it wasn't too goofy, like, sometimes, like, you see stuff like that and you're like, "This can't
Yeah,
happen,
yo,
come
there's
on." Yeah.
sections of it was pretty gory. I'm like, damn, man.
Yeah, this was pretty
There's
good.
sections.
I think that, there will be a sequel. I mean, how else? He said, "Wave 2 is coming."
Well, I mean, it depends on how many people are viewing it this weekend, but I think the numbers were pretty good. I didn't even check if it was number one still, but it was pretty high up when I watched it last night. So I don't know
Yeah.
if the numbers are good. Maybe Netflix is like, "F it, make another one."
Yeah, this is,
But like the next one's gonna cost way more because you got to do a proper invasion.
oh, dude, you have the next wave and they're all over the world already,
Yeah,
so
you
it's
got to be
just
in
like,
cities. Well,
and
like, you could do, like, Independence Day where you had a green screen and you got, like, "This is the Australian flag." You're like, "You're in Australia."
yeah,
And the guy standing around some goats or whatever. Like, you can pull that off and be like, "This is these other places." You don't have to actually go there. And the other thing is that it's a lot cheaper to film this stuff today because you have digital cameras and CGI stuff's easier to do.
yeah. Mhm.
So, I mean, maybe you can pull this off. We go to a city like Toronto where everything looks like everything. So you can film 5 cities here. It'll
Right.
look right. So
Baltimore and Toronto like they did, in The Expanse. It was like, "Baltimore? Oh, okay." You know what? But
yeah,
here's
yeah,
the thing
yeah,
though,
it
right?
looks
I mean, it looked like Baltimore, but here's the thing,
it
right?
looks good.
You would
Mhm.
think that because this is outer world, right, that um these machines are collecting data, and if there is a sequel because of the second wave, they may have adapted to what's coming,
I
right?
hope so, man. I really hope so. That
You
would
know
be
what I'm
great.
saying? Maybe they have shields
Yeah.
on them now. It's almost like an invasion on Apple TV. These
Mhm,
aliens, which look like bugs, but they've evolved into bipeds, right?
mhm,
They now have shields. You know what I'm saying? Because they've adapted, right? So
mhm,
this film, this was really good action movie. Really like it.
mhm.
We are talking about Warhammer. It's available on Netflix. Keo, what are you going to rate this film?
I give it an 8. I like the action. I think Alan did a pretty good job acting. Like, it was fine. Like,
Mhm,
and you know what too? For me, the reason why I give it an 8 is because like I wasn't like concerned about time. Once the movie started, I was invested in the whole army part of it,
mhm.
and I was invested to the action side of it. So like it just flowed. It was good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the CGI was decent and the action was great. It was top
Mhm.
notch action. So yeah,
Yeah. I'm
simple
also going to
movie.
give it an 8 because basically, just piggybacking off what you said, visually it looked great. Once I started watching it, I was like, boom, I sat down, I watched the whole joint.
Mhm.
I like just how again, the pacing was really good. You got to give it to whoever the showrunner was, right? And the writing, the writers.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it was like, it was done really well. I don't know where the 6.7 is coming from on IMDb, you
I don't know
know,
what they're expecting, man. It's an action movie.
right,
Yo,
exactly, so
I rate the if it's Shakespeare, I rate it different versus there's something gonna blow up and there's a car chase.
right,
It's completely
exactly.
different movie. Why would you rate
Yeah,
it the same? Don't make any
exactly.
sense.
So so no, I really enjoyed this. Visually it popped. CGI was great. I love the fact that the alien was not a mechanical roach.
We
You
don't know
know,
that yet. Yeah, they might
well,
make it
just
roaches
based on
later
what we
on.
saw, we saw some of these joints in different cities. It was just like, okay, they look all the same. Like you said, it kind of looks like the new Corvette, the front of the new Corvette.
It looks like human tech in
Yeah,
the future,
yeah.
like something we would be making. The U.S. probably has a couple of these things built already, man. If we're being real here,
You know what I'm saying? Like in some bunker, like in some, like 100 million
right?
miles underground and
I'm
whatnot.
telling you,
Who
man.
knows?
The U.S. probably has a couple of these things built.
Mm,
They just it looks like something America would make.
it's
I'm just
crazy,
saying.
man. It's totally possible.
So
We
yeah,
are talking
yeah.
about War Machine. It's available on Netflix. Go check it out. Well, there you have it. Thanks for checking out another episode of Flix and Giggles. I am Basil Barrington.
I am DJ Keo.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And until next time, peace.
All right.